Another layer of complexity arises when we consider the vast cultural diversity within the Muslim world. Islam is a global religion practiced by people from all walks of life, each with their own unique cultural interpretations and practices. To paint the entire Muslim world with a single brushstroke, as if it were a homogeneous entity, is not only inaccurate but also deeply disrespectful to the richness and diversity of these cultures. What might be considered a cultural norm in one Muslim-majority country might be completely different in another. Yet, these cultural nuances are often lost in translation, leading to a conflation of culture and religion. Practices that might be rooted in local traditions are often mistakenly attributed to Islamic teachings, further fueling misconceptions about the religion and its stance on women's rights. It's crucial to disentangle these cultural practices from the teachings of Islam, to gain a more accurate understanding of the religion's true stance on women's rights.
Beyond the headlines, challenging stereotypes. The media, unfortunately, often plays a significant role in perpetuating these stereotypes. Headlines screaming about oppressed Muslim women sell, while nuanced discussions about the complexities of Islamic feminism rarely make the cut. This sensationalized narrative paints a distorted picture of Muslim women, stripping them of their agency and reducing them to victims in need of saving. What we need is a more balanced and informed approach, one that moves beyond the simplistic narratives and engages with the voices of Muslim women themselves. There's a vibrant and diverse movement of Islamic feminism that's challenging patriarchal interpretations of Islamic teachings and advocating for women's rights within a framework of faith. To truly understand the relationship between Islam and women's rights, we need to listen to their stories, amplify their voices, and engage with the complexities of their experiences.
Unveiling equality. Women's rights enshrined in Islam. One of the most persistent misconceptions about Islam is that it views women as inferior to men. The Quran, the holy book of Islam, explicitly states that men and women are created equal in the eyes of God, emphasizing their shared humanity and spiritual worth. This fundamental principle of equality forms the bedrock of Islamic teachings on women's rights. From its very inception, Islam challenged the patriarchal norms of the time, which often relegated women to the margins of society. The Quran granted women rights that were unheard of in other cultures during that era, such as the right to inherit property, the right to education, and the right to choose their own spouses. These rights weren't merely symbolic. They were enshrined in Islamic law and had a tangible impact on the lives of women. The Prophet Muhammad himself was a staunch advocate for women's rights, treating women with respect and dignity, encouraging their participation in all aspects of society.
Education, a sacred duty for all. Islam places a high premium on knowledge, considering it a sacred duty for both men and women. The Prophet Muhammad famously said, "Seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim," emphasizing that this pursuit of knowledge transcends gender. Education, in the Islamic context, is not merely about acquiring skills. It's about nurturing the mind, cultivating critical thinking, and deepening one's understanding of the world and one's place in it. From the early days of Islam, there were renowned female scholars, jurists, and teachers who made significant contributions to their fields. These women challenged the notion that scholarship was the exclusive domain of men, proving that intellect and wisdom know no gender bounds. The Islamic emphasis on education for all has had a profound impact on the lives of countless women throughout history and continues to do so today.
Economic empowerment, owning her worth. Contrary to popular belief, Islam grants women the right to own property and manage their own finances, a right that was denied to women in many parts of the world for centuries. A woman in Islam inherits from her father, her husband, and other family members, and she has full control over her wealth. She can buy, sell, invest, and donate her property as she sees fit, without needing permission from her father, husband, or any other male relative. This economic independence granted by Islam has had a significant impact on the lives of women, allowing them to achieve financial security, support their families, and contribute to their communities. Throughout Islamic history, there have been countless examples of successful Muslim businesswomen, entrepreneurs, and traders who have made their mark on the world. The Quran also recognizes the value of women's work both inside and outside the home, emphasizing that women are entitled to fair compensation for their labor.
Legal status, standing before the law as equals. In many societies throughout history, women have been denied basic legal rights, treated as minors or property under the law. Islam, however, recognizes women as independent legal entities with the right to enter into contracts, engage in legal transactions, and seek justice in a court of law. A woman in Islam can sue and be sued, testify in court, and represent herself in legal matters. This recognition of women's legal status is a testament to Islam's commitment to justice and equality for all. It ensures that women have a voice in legal proceedings and that their rights are protected under the law. While there are, unfortunately, instances where cultural practices or interpretations may deviate from these principles, it's important to remember that Islam itself upholds the legal rights of women and promotes their equal standing before the law.
Breaking barriers, women in leadership roles. Muslim women are smashing glass ceilings and taking on leadership roles in various sectors. From politics to business to academia, these trailblazers are proving that Islamic teachings and female empowerment go hand in hand. Benazir Bhutto became the first female prime minister of a Muslim-majority country in 1988. Her leadership shattered stereotypes and demonstrated that Muslim women can lead nations. Another example is Sheikh Hasina Wazir, the current Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Under her leadership, Bangladesh has made significant strides in economic growth and women's empowerment.
Trailblazers in the sciences, Muslim women, shaping the future. Muslim women have a rich history of innovation and discovery in STEM. From pioneering mathematicians to groundbreaking physicians, Dr. Hayat Sindhi, a Saudi Arabian scientist, broke barriers in STEM education. Dr. Mariam Mirzakhani made history by winning the Fields Medal in 2014. These women challenged the notion that science is male-dominated.
A voice for change, women in activism and social justice. Muslim women are at the forefront of social justice movements around the globe. From fighting for women's rights to promoting interfaith dialogue, these courageous women are demanding change. Malala Yousafzai, shot by the Taliban, is an international icon for education rights. Linda Sarsour, co-founder of the Women's March, challenges Islamophobia and advocates for equality. These women are challenging the stereotype of the silent, oppressed Muslim woman.
Empowering through entrepreneurship, Muslim women in business. Muslim women are breaking barriers and making their mark in the business world. From tech startups to fashion lines, they are building successful businesses. Shazia Salim founded Iyat Foods, producing halal baby food. Nadia Hussain launched a successful line of cosmetics and skincare products. These women are challenging stereotypes and inspiring others globally.
Redefining narratives, Muslim women in arts and media. Muslim women are reclaiming their stories, challenging stereotypes, and showcasing their diverse experiences. Ghada Abdel Razak, an Egyptian filmmaker, tackles complex social issues and challenges traditional gender roles. Ibtihaj Muhammad made history as the first Muslim American woman to wear a hijab in the Olympics. Through arts and media, Muslim women are breaking down stereotypes and amplifying their voices.
The ripple effect of Islamic feminism. The impact of Islam on women's rights extends far beyond Muslim-majority countries. Islamic feminism challenges patriarchal interpretations and advocates for women's rights within faith. It's about reclaiming the liberating spirit of Islam and promoting gender justice. Islamic feminists come from diverse backgrounds, united by their commitment to social justice.
Shifting paradigms, challenging gender norms and expectations. The conversation about Islam and women's rights is about shifting societal norms and expectations. Patriarchal interpretations have often justified the subordination of women. Challenging these norms is essential for gender justice. Significant progress is being made in education. Educating girls drives economic growth and societal progress. Muslim women are breaking stereotypes and paving the way for future generations.
Building bridges, breaking barriers, interfaith dialogue and collaboration. The fight for gender justice transcends religious boundaries. The struggle for women's rights is a global one. Building bridges across faiths is essential for a just and equitable world. Women of faith can challenge stereotypes and promote understanding. These collaborations show the power of shared values for a compassionate world.
The unfinished revolution, continuing the fight for gender justice. While significant progress has been made in advancing women's rights within Muslim communities and beyond, the journey towards gender justice is far from over. There are still many challenges to overcome, from discriminatory laws and practices to deeply ingrained societal norms that perpetuate gender inequality. The fight for gender justice requires ongoing dialogue, education, and advocacy. It requires challenging stereotypes, amplifying the voices of Muslim women, and promoting a more nuanced and accurate understanding of Islam and its teachings on women's rights. It's important to remember that the struggle for women's rights is not a battle between Islam and the West. It's a universal struggle for equality, dignity, and justice. By working together, across faiths and cultures, we can create a world where all women are free to live up to their full potential and contribute to building a more just and equitable future for all.
Reclaiming the narrative Islam's empowering message for women. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've busted myths, celebrated successes, and hopefully sparked some serious thinking about Islam and women's rights. The truth is, this isn't about painting a perfect picture. Like any faith, Islam has been interpreted in different ways throughout history. But to say it inherently oppresses women, that's just bad history, folks. We've seen how Islamic teachings from the very beginning championed women's rights in ways that were revolutionary for their time. From education to property rights to legal status, Islam recognized women as strong, capable individuals deserving of respect and opportunity. And let's not forget the countless badass Muslim women throughout history who've defied expectations and achieved greatness in every field imaginable. The real story of Islam and women is complex, diverse, and full of nuances. It's about time we move beyond the tired stereotypes and engage with the richness and diversity of Muslim women's experiences. Join the conversation. Let's keep talking. This video is just the tip of the iceberg, my friends. There's so much more to explore, discuss, and debate when it comes to this important topic. So here's your homework assignment. Head down to the comments section and let me know your thoughts. Have I challenged your assumptions? Did any of these stories inspire you? Let's keep the conversation going. And hey, if you're hungry for more eye-opening content about culture and history, I've got you covered. Check out this next video on insert a related topic, where we'll dive into another fascinating aspect of our world. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and keep questioning everything. Peace out.